What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports, joining you here for game number 2 of the college football playoff. It is also an SEC matchup. The Alabama Crimson Tide here at Sanford Stadium to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. In this one, it is the number 6 versus the number 7. Those are their seeds. Those are their seeds, sorry, and the winner gets the lovely opportunity to play the Ohio State Buckeyes. Remember, in round number 1 of the college football playoff, the better seed hosts, and so the Georgia Bulldogs will start out with the football. Their quarterback, pull up the roster here, is Carson Beck. And Beck, a 6'4", 220 senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. He commands the ship. You can see there he is a superstar for them. Play action for Beck now. Good prime time in the pocket. Zips it deep over the middle. Threads the needle and got a man. 34 yards. And that's one of his very talented tight ends, Oscar Delp. He's kind of next in line after Brock Bowers in terms of a mega star at the tight end position for the Georgia Bulldogs. They're going to swing it quickly to the right side. The running back did a little bit of an orbit motion look. And that's Wade Penn, the freshman, unless it's a fake guy. That's what the roster says it is. Wade Penn, the freshman. See if he's real or not. Motion coming again from the receiver across the front. That's Colby Young. Here's Beck back to pass. They're setting up screen. It's going to be set up very slow to be developed. Then they'll dump it to the right side, and a big run for a first down. All right, well, they're calling this running back Andrew Temple. And I'm not sure if that's a real person. It's definitely not a real person. So that running back is somebody who clearly has held out. Number 22, Branson Robinson, the redshirt sophomore, gets that carry. Now back to pass on a 2nd and 5. Firing right side into traffic, and he's got Delp again with a big first down there inside the 15. Welcome in, L.A. Welcome in, Carter. Welcome in, Wendell. Welcome in, Mitchell. Yes, and we were talking about it a little bit in the Discord. I think that Watson not playing for the Browns tonight is twofold. And I don't think any of it has to do with the general soreness that he had on Thursday when he didn't practice, as the running back Robinson is stuffed there at the line, sets up a 3rd and 6. I think it has more to do with the fact that they are banged up in a lot of places, but most importantly, left tackle. And if you would be rolling out your starting left tackle, and it's going to be incomplete, almost picked off in the back end of the end zone by the Alabama defense, and so they will settle for 3. Nice job by the Crimson Tide to bend but not break, and Carson Beck's drive comes up short, so they'll settle for 3 with Woodring drilling the field goal. But anyway, so I think that's part of it, is that, what is it, Adeniji? Is it Afidi? Is it Lorenzo Thompson, the guy, you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about your 4th or 5th choice to play left tackle in the game, and you don't want that. So I think that's part of it, and I think the other part is that it sounds like I was listening to Cleveland Browns Daily from yesterday, and it's been raining for like 48 straight hours, and it's going to be gross and raining through the night too, so just a sloppy track. There's just no reason for it. Also, I don't think that Seattle's playing any starters as well, so I think, the last thing you need is some guy trying to make a practice squad taking a shot at him, so... Anyway, all of those reasons I think he's not playing, and none of them are the fact that he was held out of Thursday's practice for quote-unquote general soreness. Alabama has the football. Congratulations on the win, L.A., by the way. Jalen Milroe is their junior quarterback. They're setting up a quick screen to the left side, and it is complete, but not very far down the field for Kobe Prentice, the junior receiver. Milroe in a shotgun now on 3rd and 9. Both these teams obviously very talented. It's a loud place to play, and this one is almost, and probably should have been, intercepted as Milroe tried to fire it to the right side, but Julian Humphrey, the redshirt sophomore defensive back, puts his hands all over it. And now returning the kick is the Georgia Bulldogs. So 3-0 after each team gets a possession there. Here we go. Play action, a little RPO actually, left side. He pulls it right out of the gut of his receiver and delivers a strike to Dominic Lovett, senior receiver, transfer from Missouri, Dominic Lovett. Motion coming from another, they have two superstar tight ends, I believe, as they try to go this one up the middle. Robinson is going to be blown up by the interior of that Alabama defensive line. Ben Urasek, also a tight end. They've got two superstar tight ends on this roster. Beck, left side throw, and it's going to be caught, but he is going to be short of the line. That's Lovett again. And Lovett will be short of it, and they will punt the football away. So credit this patented 3-4. I would assume they'll stay 3-4, I guess. I don't know what Kalen DeBoer ran at Washington, per se, and who he brought over to be his... who he brought over to be his defensive coordinator, if he brought the guy from Washington with him or not. So I guess I'm just assuming that they're running a base 3-4. I guess we'll have to check the next time that we're out there. That's a good question. I'm not sure if Milroe is going to take a keeper. First down, their first of the day, Jalen Milroe. We know he is explosive on the ground with his legs. I have not heard anything about college adopting the rule, but my guess is if it's successful and unless guys get hurt, you could see it trickle down. That's Jeremy Bernard, the junior receiver, on the other end of that. Wearing number 5, again, assuming that they're real guys and not opt-outs. Now here's a handoff up the middle. Bullying his way for a gain of 3 is that Alabama running back. And there is no 25 running back for Alabama, so that must be a holdout or a number change. Sorry about that. Little pitch, pop pass across the middle, got stuck on a defender and then bounced back a couple of feet. That's Jeremy Bernard again. Again, that junior wide receiver who came from Michigan State and then Washington, so he's one of the players. I wonder how many players transferred from Washington with Kalen DeBoer. Now Milroe in trouble. Now he gets out of it somehow. Jalen Milroe, a huge gain, and he finally slides down, way down the field. Now 27 yards on 3 scrambles for Jalen Milroe. That was a beautiful run on that particular place. Are they, Mason? I haven't checked the score yet, but I'm glad that it sounds. Are they scoring some runs today? That's right. They very well could be a revenge game. Now here comes the wide run from the running back. He got the corner to the 30 into the 25. Nice run there, and that's Justice Haynes. He is just a true sophomore out of Buford, Georgia, so went into Georgia and snapped a 5-star running back, Justice Haynes. Now Milroe running on the boot, and he completes it over the middle. Give him 7. And it's complete to his receiver, Kendrick Law. The long arm of Kendrick Law. Play action to somebody we don't know. Over the middle and almost intercepted. Tuggle on the other end of that one, I believe. Or excuse me, Smail Mondin is his name. His name is Smail. Touchdown! Wide open in the back of the end zone. Georgia forgot about him. Kendrick Law. And Milroe put it right on him, and he didn't have to try super hard because that one was wide open. And the first touchdown of the day belongs to Kendrick Law. Nice throw from Milroe here. We'll get a good look at it. And I apologize for the delay as I'm trying to swap back and forth between both teams' rosters. I'll try to get you names as applicable for the players. Here's Graham Nicholson. Here he is, Graham Nicholson. This is the guy, remember we were talking about. It's the guy that was kicked for Miami of Ohio, and then the Miami of Ohio coach accused Alabama of illegally recruiting him. I didn't realize that he was the Groza Award winner last year. Like, he was the best kicker in college football from Miami of Ohio. And then Alabama went down and plucked him. Quan 2-run double. We'll take that for sure. All right, here's a handoff to the right side. Breaking a couple of tackles is the running back. Number 0, that's Roderick Robinson, also a sophomore. San Diego, California, 6'1", 235. Roderick Robinson, the second. Maybe a little bit of the bigger back. He'll play action to him. He'll fire over the middle. Got a man. Receiver caught for a first down. Nice strike from Beck to his receiver, London Humphreys. Transfer from Vanderbilt, sophomore from Tennessee, London Humphreys. Carson Beck now. Not a play action. Maybe it should have been a play action because blown up in the backfield. is Robinson, the running back. LA, I'll have to check. I don't remember where the winner of this game is playing Ohio State. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't remember which bowl it is. But yes, you're right that the 4 semifinal games are the quarterfinal games? I guess they're quarterfinal games. Are the 4 major bowls. And Beck won't snap it again. So entertaining first quarter, 7-3. Alabama leads. Hey, George, welcome in. Here's a look at UGA, number 7 or 8 or whatever. Alabama does lead 7-3 in this one. Georgia has an extra drive. Each team has punted once. Flip the field now. Carson Beck has a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Crimson Tide. Remember, Georgia is at home for this one. They'll hand it off to the nameless fake running back, a.k.a. an opt-out. And again, I don't know the rosters well enough to know which Georgia running back opted out, and therefore which sort of placeholder guy has been put in there now. Motion from the receiver, Carson Beck. Pressure in his face. He gets hit as he dumps it off to that nameless running back. And he's got 8 for a 3rd and 2 coming up. Carson Beck. He's back to Parp. Just gives up the middle rather to Robinson. Easy run. Takes a big hit on the play, does Robinson. That is Malachi Moore now in his 5th year. And left side running is number 31 again. He is. You are correct, Trevor Etienne is on Georgia. Is he the opt-out maybe? The transfer from Florida. Another, is he Travis's brother? Back right side, long out route, but he completes it. He sticks his foot in the ground. He's got a big 1st down run. Nice catch there. That's Dylan Bell, the junior receiver out of Texas. On the catch now, Beck with a new set of downs. 1st and goal from the 8. RPO right side, and it just misses the outstretched arms of his receiver there, London Humphreys. Now a 2nd and goal from the 8. Beck claps his hands. Humphreys comes in motion once again. Delp on the right side of the line. They'll run it back. Nope, RPO. Wide open this time, Humphreys. This time he doesn't miss it. They ran sort of a similar looking action. And Alabama sort of forgot about London Humphreys, and he was wide open in the end zone that time. Touchdown, Georgia. And I've been working on the railroad. Their fight song plays in the background. Sophomore London Humphreys. There's a great RPO look. And he's wide open. And again, such discipline required from the offensive line to keep those RPOs from becoming ineligible men downfield. You really got to stay disciplined to the line of scrimmage until you know without a shadow of a doubt that that ball is not being handed off. Or not being thrown, rather, so you can go forward if it's a handoff, but you cannot go forward if it is a forward pass. Nice kick return started now to the right side, breaking tackles, and then down to the ground is the kick returner for the Crimson Tide, and that's probably Malachi Moore, the defensive back. Jalen Milroe, nice throw, juke move, and that's a beautiful play, and once again, Kobe Prentice, the junior, on the catch, and a 1st down for the Crimson Tide. Just into the 2nd quarter, Alabama driving once again, trailing 7-10. Do appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place is Milroe, an option keeper for big gain of 12 before he being brought down. He's got 39 yards of his own. Only place on YouTube you can find these simulated sporting events with live original commentary. We are working our way through the 2024 college football playoff after our season sim. We did all of the Ohio State games. Nice throw over the middle to Robinson. Got his man. And then he'll go down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line, and they'll go hurry up. We ran every Ohio State sim, and it netted out the season. They actually ended the season 12-1, but won the Big Ten and got a bye. This is the number 6 versus number 7 seeds. You can see actually in the, well, no, now they say 8 and 9 next to them. I thought they were 6 and 7. I'm confused. One of those, I bet you it's 8 and 9 in the I bet you it's 8 and 9. Anyway, I wrote 6 and 7 which doesn't make any sense. That's probably their AP rankings. And we have a touchdown to the right side as a very efficient drive ends with our fake running back, Young, number 25. Let's see if there is really a guy named Young on the team. There is a running back named Richard Young. He's a freshman. It's going to say that he's wearing, oh, there he is, freshman Richard Young. He's supposed to be wearing number 9, but the game probably didn't get that update. So we'll take that one from Richard Young. So you're saying, yes, so Etienne is at Georgia now, but is, that's right, you're right. Richard Young, OSU almost had him. Is Etienne one, he must be one of the opt-outs then. Is that what you're suggesting? Because he would be their starting running back, right? Georgia's starting running back would be Trevor Etienne, you would assume. And maybe he's an opt-out, so we got the fake guy. Well, we got Quinshon Junkins instead, George, if that helps you. Nice stiff arm, by the way, to the right side. A big run. And Georgia's got themselves a nice 9-yard gain as once again Roderick Robinson, the sophomore, gets near a first down. Motion coming from Urasek, their second tight end with the superstar underneath him. Here comes Robinson again, and he'll get a first down up the middle. So now the moving quickly back and forth this has become, with both teams known historically for incredible defenses. Obviously Kirby Smart, one-time defensive coordinator. So here is that running back. They call him Andrew Temple. I wonder if that's supposed to be Trevor Etienne. We'll just assume that it is. And give it to Robinson again. The sophomore's got another first down. Anyway, Kirby Smart, of course, was the defensive coordinator for Nick Saban for many years at Alabama before coming to Georgia and starting powerhouse number 2. And many things have been said about the Georgia program, the way they're running it. You cannot argue with the results on the field, but all the guys with their DUIs and they have lots of car issues and speeding tickets and just potentially a lack of program control from Kirby Smart, sort of letting the inmates run the asylum, is the old cliche. And we'll see if that ends up turning into anything as Beck throws it left side wide open again. London Humphreys, the touchdown scorer from the previous drive. And Alabama's like forgetting to cover him, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. But you should start covering London Humphreys because he's a talented player, clearly. Georgia play action. Beck fired over the middle. Drag route. Got a man. First down. There's Humphreys again. This kid's all over the place today. London Humphreys. First down, Georgia. Smacks his hands together. Play action. Carson Beck. Zip it over the middle. Ooh! Tried to go high for Delp, the tight end. And he got decked by the back line of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And now a pump action. Now they'll screen it back to the right side with Urasek, the tight end of the 20. Breaking tackles, nearing the first down, sets up 3rd and 1. Both tight ends have superstar emblems. Look how many of their, 3/5 of their offensive line have them as well. Motion coming far outside. Now they'll quickly throw long RPO, turn on the Jets, into the end zone. Dominic Lovett again, and he got out there with some wheels. It's Lovett into the end zone for a touchdown, and once again, look at this RPO. There are no, look at that, there's not a Crimson Tide defender in the position, in the picture. Damani Jackson gets over there late, but it's like, what are you doing? Who are you guarding right now? Because clearly it's not the guy on the outside. That's, to me, feels like bad team defense. But what do I know? I'm just a volleyball coach and a casual football fan. 17-14 is this. These teams have started to trade blows back and forth in this one. And yeah, it does look like Trevor Etienne is supposed to be their starting running back. So maybe he's an opt-out, and that's why we get the fake guy, kind of like JT Tuimoloau is. All right, second line of that defense, number 2, that's Smail Mondin. Right in the middle, you can see him blitzing. He's the captain of this defense. On the back end there, Dalen Everett, and of course Malachi Starks, number 24, another superstar that you'll see in the back end of that Georgia defense. Milroe, he's a superstar as well. He'll fire over the middle. Caught his man in stride, running after the catch. Nice play there as he's able to complete it once again to Kendrick Law, the junior wide receiver. Milroe looks to the left side. 3 minutes on the clock. I wonder who, because LA, this is your team. I guess I can look up the information too. They, because didn't his offensive coordinator from Washington is Seattle's offensive coordinator, I think, the Seahawks, like who we'll see tonight for the Browns, I believe. So who did he bring over to be his offensive coordinator? We're going to get 2-minute warning time. I can look it up, but if you knew off the top of your head, I was going to ask. Nick Sheridan. Isn't he a Michigan guy? And a touchdown down the sideline. Kobe Prentice, the junior, and they are striking back and forth quickly now, under 1 minute and 55 seconds to play, and Kobe Prentice is hit to the end zone. And this is a great throw. This is a 50-yard touchdown pass as Prentice got past the defender, 6 beating 6, and number 6 won. Coverage provided there by Dalen Everett. We just talked about him, the junior out of Norfolk, Virginia, but then went down to IMG Academy. We know what sort of a powerhouse they are. He did make up for that drop. You're right. Good call. All right, man, fast and furious here. I haven't even been able to interact much with the chat. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're doing. Thanks for being on, Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports. Kit left out on another trip here today, so he'll be joining in chat various times over the course of the next week if he is able to. Ooh, almost picked. Should have been picked by Damani Jackson, the junior quarterback, also out of San Diego, California, 6'1", 197. They always have good defensive backs, don't they? Setting up a screen, and this one's going to be blown up. In the middle, that looked like Osborne. I'm not sure if that guy, yeah, Hunter Osborne. There you go, redshirt freshman, Hunter Osborne, 6'4", 298. Blowing that play up. Now they'll try to run this one. Robinson, the sophomore, and then Alabama quickly calls timeout number 2. Try to get some football back. Hey, Wendell, welcome on. Been an exciting game here. Do appreciate all of our subscribers. Picked up another new one yesterday. Thank you so much if that was you. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do. We're right at the beginning. This is just game number 2 of the 12-team college football playoff. Michigan took care of Old Dominion. Old Dominion was the group of 5 champion, which automatically receives the number 12 seed. And Michigan was the number 5 seed. Winner, Michigan will take on Boston College, who won the ACC. Setting up screen left side. Milroe got his man. Nice catch and run after the catch. Knifing his way, knocking another man down to the ground. And again, that's another, that's Young actually. That's Richard Young, the running back, who should be wearing a different number there. Now they'll set up screen to the right side. Young again. And 5'11", 216 pounds, Richard Young, who's wearing the wrong number, but that's okay. We'll take it. Fired over the middle. Got his man. Nope, dropped it. Tried to go to the tight end. And that's C.J. Dupree, now a senior, 6'5", 262. Back to pass on 3rd and 11. Milroe zip it into the middle and knocked away by the defense. You shall not pass, says that back end of the Georgia defense. And they will settle for a long field goal. Call it 56 yards, and he pushes it right. So with 57 seconds, Nicholson, the guy stolen from Miami of Ohio, according to Chuck Martin, their coach, your Groza winner from last year, pushes this 56-yarder just a little bit to the right. And so now with 57 seconds, Georgia will get a chance here to get themselves into field goal range. Beck, left side, got a man, Delp, Oscar Delp, inside the 40 to the 35, and Georgia will call a timeout. Yes, between the hedges, right? Isn't that what they say here? Or is that South Carolina? South Carolina between the hedges? I don't remember. Trips to the right side. They're going to hand it off to what we can only assume is supposed to be Trevor Etienne. And Etienne gets a couple yards before they call timeout. Are they just setting up a field goal now with 46 seconds? Fired right side, picked off! He tried to go to the end zone. Damani Jackson, the safety, was waiting, and Jackson picks it off with 39 seconds. Beck got a little bit too greedy. Again, the worst thing that could happen there was supposed to be the field goal. Look at him. He's got the title belt on the sideline. And Alabama with a big interception there. 7-1. Okay, let's go. We need it. We need some dub. We need to drink some dubs. We just got to be hot by the time the Royals come to town, so if we can take all 4 from the Royals, that should potentially get them out of our hair for a while. Nice throw to the left side. This one was caught to C.J. Dupree. Quick throw to the right side, and then out of bounds to Kendrick Law. I'm just telling you what the coach said, L.A. I don't obviously know the circumstances, but he was very outspoken about the fact that Alabama came down and illegally recruited him to go to Alabama. So I just thought it was funny because it feels like coaches very rarely say the kinds of things that we wish that they would say, but that was exactly what you'd want him to say if you're a fan, and now they'll give it right back as Milroe throws a pick. And nobody wants this half to end the way that they draw it up, as that one's going to be intercepted by Chaz Chambliss, senior outside linebacker, and Chambliss gives Georgia the football back with just 10 seconds and 1 timeout. Let's see if they want to go. I just figure if I can look up the name faster than it shows up on the screen, there's Chaz Chambliss, then I'm doing something right. Yeah, I would think so, L.A. At this point, just get it to half as well, but they'll go bunch left side. Beck, deep drop. He'll throw it quickly across the middle to Delt. Inside the 50 to the 45, and they've got 3 seconds. They'll call timeout. How low do they trust their kicker? They're going to try their kicker from 61 here with 3 seconds left. The kick is up. The kick is good from 61. Oh my, what a kick from 61 yards. And that thing was good from about 64. That thing hit the net. What a kick indeed. And Peyton Woodring, the sophomore from Louisiana, he ain't going to have to buy a drink in town for the rest of his life there in Georgia. What a kick. All right, 21-20. That was a pretty exciting first half. Georgia will turn around and kick it back to Alabama now, much like they would have. Mason, it's a video game. You're funny. Trips to the right side. Jalen Milroe, again, appreciate everybody being on. 21-20. Thanks for joining me here. Game number 2 of our college football playoff. This is the 8 versus 9. I just titled the video wrong. I'll fix that after the fact. Sorry about that. It is 8 versus 9. The winner plays Ohio State in round number 2. We've already seen Michigan take care of Old Dominion. Again, Old Dominion, the group of 5 champion, which is automatically gets the 12th seed. That's how the college football playoff works. They try to go over the middle to the tight end Dupree one more time, and they're going to have to punt. C.J. Dupree drops it, and they'll punt it back to the Bulldogs here. You can see both teams 10-2 and 9-3 in the regular season. Texas A&M actually won the SEC this year, and they have an automatic first-round bye as well. I believe that they will get the winner of Oregon and Arizona. Nice little dump off to the right side to Robinson, sophomore running back. And he picks up 9. Let's go. We'll take it, Mason. They need to see that, like a shooter in basketball, they need to see that thing go through the net a few times and remember that they're allowed to score 8 runs in a game. 1st and 10 there now. They seem to run pretty effectively. Again, 3 of their 5 offensive linemen have superstars. Late throw, dangerous throw in the direction of Humphreys. Maybe could have been picked. That looks like left tackle Ernest Green. Left guard, there's another completion over the middle to the receiver. Left guard Dylan Fairchild and right guard Tate Rutledge. There are your superstars in some capacity, assuming they're not opt-outs. Second and 8. That was a good catch by Lovett, by the way, on that first down. Motion coming from Oscar Delp. Again, he is, by all accounts, the next superstar tight end to come out of Georgia. Following in Brock Bowers, his footsteps, could be a top 10 pick. He is a true junior this year, so it could be as soon as next year, rather, as Carson Beck is going to be sacked, this time by Tim Keenan, the defensive tackle for the Crimson Tide. And Tim Keenan is a 6'2", 326 pounds. So, yeah, that's that classic nose tackle from the base 3-4 into that game for the Crimson Tide defense. Fired across the middle. Big first down throw and catch. Breaking tackles. And all the way inside the red zone. That's Bell once again. Dylan Bell, the junior, out of Houston, Texas, 6'1", 210. He's got a first down for the Bulldogs now. Peck with motion coming. Whoop. Weird looking motion, and they'll quickly sling it to Bell on the right side, and it'll be blown up in the backfield. How about that pursuit from the Crimson Tide defense? Really nice reading of the play, and that's Devonta Smith. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. Not Devontae Smith, Devonta Smith. Defensive back for the Alabama Crimson Tide. First down throw and catch. Humphreys again. This London Humphreys kid's having a whale of a game, and we got first and goal for the Bulldogs. Up the middle. Well, that's kind of the point that a lot of people have been making, Wendell, is that teams like Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, and Ohio State, they can lose 2 or 3 games and still make the playoffs. That's the point. Is that the good teams will be in more often. Whether that's good or bad for the game, you can debate that on your own. But yeah, you get your 4 conference champs, and then you'll get probably like the next 5 or 6 teams are just going to be teams that didn't win it, but teams like Alabama, teams like Georgia, teams like Michigan, teams like Oregon. I mean, that's 6 teams right there from just the SEC and the Big Ten. And again, there's a couple of ACC teams that snuck in as well. Up the middle and into the end zone. And yeah, in LA, they aren't the SEC champs. My guess is they probably lost in the SEC championship game. That was probably their 3rd loss. So we know they beat Georgia in the regular, we know they beat Alabama in the regular season. So then, yeah, they probably lost to Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. So even a 3-loss SEC title loser is going to get in, and they're getting in as the 8th seed, not even as the 9th seed. So again, it's going to be kind of crazy, and it's just going to be people that root for the good teams, like many of us on the sim, who are rooting for Ohio State or LA, rooting for Alabama or something like that. But those teams are just going to get in more often or not without having to go perfect every time to do it. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Go Browns. Hey, there you go. We love to have their subscription. Appreciate you spreading the love, brother. Quick run to the right side. And he'll be blown down to the ground. That's Justice Haynes. They just have, a 3-headed running back monster with Young and Haynes in there, but they're going to have to punt. So trailing now 28-20. Oh, while I was looking at your chat and looking up guys' names, I didn't realize that on the Oscar Delp touchdown for Georgia that they went for 2 and got it. So it's now 28-21. Back with the football, Carson Beck, motion coming. And by all accounts, again, I don't know if it's Kalen DeBoer, is you're going to get it once again to Humphreys. I don't know if it's a Kalen DeBoer thing or if they lost a lot of guys or there's no faith in Jalen Milroe, but even the Lindy's preseason magazine I have has 3 teams ahead of Alabama in the SEC as a preseason rank, with Texas and then Ole Miss 3 and then Alabama at 4. So maybe there's not as much hype, and I know that Georgia and Ohio State are the 2 best teams in this game. 2nd and 16. All right, back to the call. Left side throw, dump it quickly. Once again, London Humphreys, and it'll be thrown out of bounds. Carson Beck over 350 yards, and we're still not till the end of the 3rd quarter yet. Now handoff to Robinson. He'll try the left side. He'll be decked pretty hard. Oof, look at the cavalry coming in. Osborne again, and they'll try from 59. This kid just hit from 61, so why not? Woodring. His kick is up. He's got the leg. We know that. And he good from 59. Oh, my. This kid's hit from 61 and 59 today. Unbelievable. The SEC guys are scared of Ole Miss. What? Little Jackson Dart. Right? Isn't that their guy? Jackson Dart's their quarterback for Ole Miss. Time will tell. 31-21, 4 minutes to go. Alabama offense needs to kind of get it back in gear here. Milroe in a shotgun. And he'll fake the handoff now. Milroe, flick it right side. Wide open. Got his man, but he steps out of bounds. That's Jalen Hale, the sophomore out of Longview, Texas. And Hale needs to stay in bounds there. Keep running. They got the first down. Option keeper, no. And then a quick little RPO, and that one's going to go backwards as they quickly got out to Jeremy Bernard. And again, Bernard coming over from Washington to follow his head coach, Kalen DeBoer. Now play action to Richard Young. Right side throw, and it's picked off again. It was a little bit behind Bernard, and it's picked off by the Bulldogs. Picked up by Dalen Everett, and Everett getting the Georgia fans juiced here. Their D-line is like 9 deep, huh? It's pretty crazy. Dalen Everett. Now, Milroe's pass, this is behind him. Look at that. Behind Bernard. Either that or it's the wrong route. Either way, Alabama here at a bit of a crossroads. They must get a stop here. Play action back. Wide open again. London Humphreys, 10 catches, 140 yards for this little slot receiver. This dude is absolutely owning the day. Now, fake the handoff. Pressure right in his face, and he'll go down. 3rd sack of the day. Overton that time getting in there for the Crimson Tide. LT Overton, 6'5", 283, and he comes from right in the heart of Georgia as well, Milton, Georgia. And actually is a transfer from Texas A&M. He could be another one of those 5-stars that Texas A&M tried to buy and then couldn't hold on to. Right, running up the middle, nice hit there aggressively. In was the linebacking court, specifically Justin Jefferson. Different Justin Jefferson, Memphis, Tennessee linebacker. Pressure in his face again, and it'll be a little bit of a screen sack. Osborne, the first one to get there. Overton also with him. And credit the Crimson Tide that time. They will bend but not break on the sudden change. And Hunter Osborne, the freshman, having a pretty nice day now with 2 sacks. Keanu Coate was also headed into that general direction. They will try another field goal, though. You could assume he's going to be good since he's been good from 59 and 61. This one's like 40-ish. And he throws it in between the uprights. All right. Moore taking it from the goal line. Malachi Moore, the defensive back, returning kicks for them, much like Caleb Downs would do for them. Trips to the right side for Jalen Milroe. Now, unfortunately, without the ability to run the football some, they do become one-dimensional. And if anything, Milroe is a very, very athletic player, great at extending plays, improviser, but in terms of just straight drop-back passer, is not his strongest gift. And he'll break out of the sack and then throw it away. Wow. That sack was 70% of the way complete. But Milroe does just throw it away. 3rd and 10. Now they'll run a draw to Haynes. And Justice Haynes, actually it was a pretty nice run for 7, but running a draw there on 3rd and 10 feels a little bit like waving the white flag here. Nice punt for the Crimson Tide down to the 15. That's where Georgia will field it. And get themselves up. That's Lovett returning it up. 4th quarter here in Georgia. They could potentially be looking for a put-away drive, and again, Everybody in 2024 was looking forward to a Georgia and Ohio State matchup, and it looks like they're going to get it. And it's not even going to be for the championship. It's going to be in just round 2. It's going to be in the round of 8, the quarterfinals of the college football playoffs here. If this ends as it is now, here's a delayed handoff and right quickly into the backfield. Deontay Lawson, the redshirt junior linebacker out of Mobile, Alabama, keeping their good players at home. Quick little RPO right side. Delp's got some space to the 30, to the 35, but a good tackle by Moore. Excuse me, Jackson, Damani Jackson. Not 13, but that 3. Motion coming from Urasek, the second tight end. And they'll run it. Nope, option keeper with Beck, and he won't get it. Look how quickly that Keon Saab got in there. The sophomore out of Glassboro, New Jersey, but also IMG Academy, and Saab got in there in a hurry. And now Alabama got the football back. They did what they needed to. They got the stop. Now they need the score. Milroe, play action. Fired right side. Into traffic and held on to. What a catch. Prentice with a big-time catch there. Just 12 minutes to go here in the game. Fake the handoff to Haynes again. Now they'll swing it to Justice Haynes. He can't quite break the tackle of the defender who stretched out there with him. Able to bring him to the ground. That was Dan Jackson, the linebacker now. Motion coming from the player that should be Richard Young. Quick throw to the right side to Prentice. Now sets up 3rd and 2. The Crimson Tide. Milroe. This has got to be 4-down territory for you at this point, right? And he's going to give it to Richard Young. First down. Young didn't get it by much, but he did get it. And it is a first down. There's that superstar center. That's Parker Brailsford, who maybe Seth McLaughlin wasn't going to start. Who knows? But he's going to start for us. Brailsford now starting. At least he's got himself a superstar, as well as that left tackle, Caden Proctor, who left for a minute, went to Iowa for like a second, and then came back. Orbit motion coming, and they'll set up screen the opposite direction. Incomplete. Running back had a hard time freeing himself up with all the big bodies in the way. A little bit of an orbit motion again from the running back. Flip it. Nice touch over the middle. First down and more. Juke move and then pushed out of bounds. Nice play there, as it is caught by the receiver. And a really nice play by Jalen Hale there. But Milroe had a really nice touch on it. Now Milroe again, blitz in his face. He'll dump it left side to Law. 20, 15, 10. And Law's got a first down. And looks like it's a 1st and goal. No first down marker on the goal line. So 1st and goal here from the 10. Back to pass Milroe. Right side. End zone. Touchdown! Richard Young again. This redshirt freshman. And he's playing some good football. He's got 1 on the ground now, 1 through the air. And the Crimson Tide with 9:33 make it a 1-score game. Richard Young, the running back, must have lined up outside as a receiver. And he gets himself into the back of the end zone in Georgia. There was nobody around him. Just found the hole in that zone, I would say. Kick coming here. 34-28 with 9:33. You can't just sit on the ball yet. You can't quite go full chew clock mode here. We'll see how aggressive the Kirby Smart wants to stay with his offense here. Beck sends what we assume is Trevor Etienne in motion. It'll be blown up in the backfield. Loses 3 yards. Alabama players just flying to the football right now on the defensive side. And they'll do play action again. Beck, good protection this time, and it's picked off. He threw it right over the middle, and that linebacker, Justin Jefferson, sitting right there waiting for it. And Beck throws it 15-15, and now Alabama's got a chance to take the lead. Just 27 yards to go. Justin Jefferson, oh my. Well, Sean was very casual when he dropped it when they were down 13. That he said, Alabama going to come back and win this. He did say it. I can scroll up and show you. Yeah. Yes, there is another Justin Jefferson. Oh, no, Milroe gives it right back. Oh, no. Very, very similar looking plays. A middle linebacker, this time Raylan Wilson, just sitting right in the middle of the formation, and the quarterback misses him. Oh, no. Oh, brother. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. I think today has to do a lot with the fact of just how injured they've been overall, and I guess the weather has just sucked there. It's rained for about 40 straight hours, so the field's going to be a mess. And that's why they didn't want to run Watson out there and a fourth-string left tackle. You know, it's just not worth it. At this point, you're just trying to get to September 8th and be as healthy as possible. So, yeah, run some backups out there, let them play. Maybe if you got a couple of decisions to make about the 52nd, 53rd, 54th guys on the team. Otherwise, I was a little surprised that they announced that they were even going to play in the first place. So I don't think Seattle was ever going to play their starters. So it's all about the Cowboys now and getting healthy and praying to God that Jed Wills and or Jack Conklin can play in that game, because Lord help us if Akeem Adeniji or Jermaine Afidi has to play left tackle for us. Right side throw, first down. Nice play there on the RPO action. And it's complete to Colby Young, the senior out of Birmingham, New York. 6:27, pressure coming around the side, ball's out, where's it at? It's picked up by the Crimson Tide. Osborne balls on it. What pursuit that time. That was a blitz from the outside. Jahad Campbell got there, number 11, and the turnover belt getting a lot of work here on the side. And Keanu Coate, again, the linebacker, is the one who got in there. He's the one who actually knocked it out after Campbell made the initial contact on Beck. And now with 6:24, just down 6, Alabama's got a shot. So you're saying there's a chance. Option keeper right side, Milroe to the 45, to the 40, and inside the 40 to the 38. And isn't this fun? Isn't a 12-team college football playoff going to be so fun? This has been a great game, and this is just round 1. 2 really good football teams getting to play. Again, is what we as fans deserve to see. 2-by-2 for Milroe, 3rd and 7. Got to assume it's 4-down territory. He's got lots of time. Over the middle. Got him in! Prentice, first down of the 20. What a throw from Milroe. And he took a long time for Kobe Prentice to get down there on that deep dig, but that was a strike. And now play action. Milroe dump it quickly to the right side to Law, and he'll get just a couple of yards. Yeah, I would assume it's always fun. But just a reminder, I am not Kit. I am Phil. But I know what you mean. Here comes Young, and he'll be blown up. No, tried to get blown up in the backfield. I don't know how he mustered an actual yard out of that play. Third and 6 here now. It's loud in this stadium. Remember, this is in Georgia because the better team hosts. And look at this little play. Little pop pass to Jeremy Bernard. And he somehow navigates the minefield of red jerseys to get a first down. No, you're good. I'm mostly teasing. It's fine. Left side throw again, quickly. And this time he will not go anywhere, as that is Ryan Williams, the true freshman wide receiver. Also out of Mobile, Alabama. Now Milroe back to pass. Good protection because they're only rushing 3. Now he'll step up, back of the end zone, and out of the back of the end zone. Oh, it is between them. They are between the hedges here. See, I knew they were between the hedges. And up in his face, and he'll go to the ground. Sacked up the middle. And Milroe a little bit sluggish to get up, but it looks like he's going to be okay. And that was pressure we'd see. Number 97, Warren Brinson. We'd seen him several times. And Brinson, a 6'4", 305 defensive tackle. in that base 3-4. And now here we go. 2-minute warning time. 4th down and goal. Milroe. Pressure, right side. It's short of the goal line by a lot to Law, and a turnover on downs. Oh, boy. Just kick the field goal there, yeah. I would take the points there. You're only down 6. Take the 3, and then play good defense. Your defense has been very good. You have all 3 timeouts. You could even try an onside kick if you wanted. If not, kick deep and play defense. But you can't, when you have 3rd and goal from the 17, you can't run a 7-yard route. And that first down from Etienne, probably going to do it. You had chances, LA. You had chances. Apologize that your Crimson Tide are out. I know what it's like to be frustrated with the video game. Just go back and watch that Browns-Chiefs game. We got pistol whipped right out the gym on that one. Last timeout called now, a 2nd and 2. The Georgia Bulldogs will advance out of the first round of the college football playoff, and they will head to wherever Ohio State will be waiting for them. But it will be Ohio State and Georgia. Again, the matchup everybody's been waiting for since that C.J. Stroud game on New Year's Eve a couple of years ago when the kick went just wide. Crazy thing about that kick, if you remember, that it was kicked in 2023 and missed in 2024. Like officially missed and went the wrong direction. No, the other way around, 2022 to 2023. Anyway. It kicked right when the ball dropped. Milroe, they do get the football back. I don't know why Georgia would punt that, so you did actually give them a chance. Yes, kicked in 22, went through the missed the uprights in 23. Here comes Milroe. Now he'll step up, and good, because if he gets sacked there, that's ball game with no timeouts. 9 seconds left. Is there a Bear Bryant miracle waiting? Milroe. Lots of time. Now he'll step up and he'll chuck it out of bounds. They'll live to play another day. 4th and 10, 4 seconds. This is the game. Milroe, back to pass. Pressure in his face. They'll throw it right side, and it's caught by Dupree for a short game. Georgia, it got scary for a while, but credit their 3rd quarter. Look at that, 14 unanswered points in the 3rd quarter. They built the lead and they didn't come back. Carson Beck today, 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Georgia will win the game here today. And yes, do apologize to all the Bama fans. I've got relatives who are Alabama fans. LA is a Bama fan as well, but Georgia is the better team, at least on paper, and they were playing at home. That's tough to overcome. And it looks like they are going to go. Today for the Alabama Crimson Tide, Jalen Milroe, 37 of 53 for 378, 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Richard Young, 8 for 11, Justice Haynes, 5 for 34, and Milroe, 5 for 39 in this one. Catching the ball, Kendrick Law, 9 for 100 and a touchdown. Kent Prentice, 6 for 119 and a touchdown, 5 for Bernard. 4 catches for Richard Young, including the 2 touchdowns. 4 for Dupree, 4 for Haynes, 2 for Hale. Man, he threw it to a lot of very talented playmakers, which is how they like to roll. How about 18 tackles today for Deontay Lawson, your middle linebacker, number 0. That's a lot of tackles. Malachi Moore and Overton also with double-digit tackles. 2 sacks for Osborne, 1 for Keenan, 1 for Overton, and the half for Campbell and Coate. Picks for Jefferson and Domani Jackson in this one. Georgia, Carson Beck today, 31 of 38 for 405, 3 touchdowns and the 2 interceptions. He was special when he needed to be. 17 for 55 for the sophomore Roderick Robinson. This is what we can assume. Well, no, he says he's a sophomore, so maybe this is not Trevor Etienne. He's just a fake guy. Beck, 6 for negative 39. Branson Robinson, the sophomore. Got 2 Robinsons running the rock. Confusing me. Humphreys was monster today. 11 for $148 and a touchdown. Delp, 6 for 102 and a touchdown. Dominic Lovett, 4 for 41, and a touchdown, 4 for that fake running back as well. 10 tackles for Everett, 9 for Aguero, and Mondin. That's Smale. There he is, Smale Mondin. And Pope. And then 1 sack today by Warren Brinson. The 3 picks were by Chambliss, Wilson, and Everett. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. We do appreciate you being on. We'll take a quick look at the bracket on the way out. But I do appreciate everybody being on. Again, this one was a lot of fun. And we're continuing to work our way through the college football playoff and will until we crown a champion. Yeah, congratulations. Georgia won. So we'll take a quick gamble, or a quick gander rather, and here's where we're at. So as we talked about earlier, Michigan already beat Old Dominion, so they move on to play Boston College. Then in the 8-9 matchup, Georgia just beat Alabama. Looks like they're going to the Rose Bowl to play Ohio State in Hollywood. So they're going out to the Rose Bowl. It'll be the Peach Bowl for Michigan and Boston College. Next up, the next game I'll be simming will be Miami with Cam Ward, the transfer, and Kansas. So Kansas getting plucky in the Big 12. You can see at 9-4, they are the number 11 seed, so the worst team, quote unquote, to get in. And they will play, the winner of that will go on to play Utah, who won the Big 12. Then we'll get Oregon and Arizona to play the SEC champion, Texas A&M Aggies. All right, guys, really appreciate you being on. This one was a lot of fun. If you're going to be hanging on, I'm not sure if Kit or I will be able to set up the chat for the Browns game, but maybe we will. If not, hope they stay healthy. That's really all that matters at this point. Appreciate you guys being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers. You guys truly are the best. Today we will say go Bulldogs, go Buckeyes, and as always, go Browns.